When you walk away from a woman, it doesn't just end a chapter, it flips the whole book upside down. Most men think leaving means they've lost, but here's the truth. Sometimes the most powerful thing you'll ever say is the silence of your absence. A woman might laugh, shrug, or act like she doesn't care. But deep inside, something starts burning. Your departure forces her to look in a mirror she's been avoiding. And what she sees in that mirror? It shakes her far more than your presence ever did. So today, I'm going to break down 9 things a woman really feels when you walk away. Some of these will shock you, some will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about relationships. But all of them will show you why walking away isn't weakness, it's power. Let's get started. 1. The shock of your absence. When you first walk away, the initial feeling that hits her is shock. And I'm not talking about the kind of shock you get when your phone dies in the middle of a call. I mean the kind of shock that makes the whole atmosphere feel different. She might put on a straight face, laugh with her friends, or even say she saw it coming. But inside, she wasn't prepared. For women, connection isn't just about being in the same room. It's about that invisible energy that flows when you're in her orbit. The moment you leave, that energy gets cut off, and she feels it like a sudden blackout. You ever notice how when the power goes out, silence becomes louder than sound? That's what your absence is. Loud silence. This shock shakes her more than she wants to admit. And ironically, this is the very moment she starts to see your value. Because truth is, people rarely notice the weight of your presence until you're gone. Most men ruin this stage. They can't handle her silence, so they rush back. They explain, they beg, they fill her inbox with long messages. But what they don't realize is this. Your strength is in letting her sit with that shock. The emptiness teaches her more than your words ever could. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Walking away is your truth. You don't owe her speeches. You don't need to perform. Just leave. And let the silence say everything you can't. 2. The pull of curiosity. After the shock fades, curiosity creeps in. She starts asking questions. Why did he leave? What's he doing now? Is he happier without me? Has he found someone else? These thoughts circle in her mind, and no matter how much she tries to push them away, they come back stronger. Here's the thing about curiosity. It grows in silence. The less you reveal, the more her imagination fills in the blanks. If you disappear and keep living your life without giving her a window, her mind becomes your loudest advertisement. She'll stalk your social media, ask mutual friends about you, and replay memories in her head. But most men kill this curiosity by peeking back. They like her posts, reply to her stories, send late-night texts. Big mistake. Because the moment she knows you're still orbiting her, the mystery dies. And with it, the curiosity. Think of it like this. Ever watched a movie that leaves the ending open? That itch to know more keeps you hooked. Your absence is that open ending. The more questions you leave unanswered, the deeper her thoughts about you dig into her mind. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your power is not just in leaving, it's in resisting the urge to react after you leave. That discipline makes her curiosity grow into something she can't shake off. 3. The weight of regret. Then comes regret. And trust me, this one hits harder than she expects. At first, she thinks she'll replace you easily. She tells herself she has options, that she can move on fast. But time has a way of testing that confidence. She starts comparing other men to you. Their lack of patience, their lack of self-control, their lack of calm strength. Regret shows up in quiet moments. A song plays on the radio. She drives past a place you both visited. Or she scrolls through old photos she swore she deleted. That's when the whispers of regret creep in. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed him away. Maybe I lost something rare. But here's the trap for men. You hear she regrets it, and you rush back. You take her tears as victory, as proof that you won. But in reality, you've lost if you go back too soon. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Her regret isn't your prize. Your prize is the man you become by not needing her regret to validate you. True power is staying steady. Let her carry the regret. Don't pick it up for her. 4. The sting of respect. This is the one emotion that truly changes how she sees you. Most women don't deeply respect the man who refuses to leave, no matter what. Because once she knows you'll always stay, no matter how much she disrespects you, you stop being a man in her eyes. You become a safety net. But the moment you walk away with dignity, something shifts. She might not show it. She might not admit it, even to herself. But deep down, she respects the strength it took to choose peace over chaos. Respect isn't earned by bending to her moods. It's earned by holding your boundaries, even when it hurts. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." By walking away, you show her and yourself that her moods, her games, her disrespect, none of that controls you. That sting of respect might bruise her pride at first, but over time, it becomes admiration. She'll say, "He was the only one who didn't tolerate my nonsense." And that memory etches itself into her mind far deeper than sweet words ever could. 5. The burn of desire. Scarcity fuels desire, and your absence creates scarcity. When you're no longer available, when she can't just call you or see you, her mind begins to crave you. This is human nature. We value what's rare, and a man who can walk away becomes rare. She'll feel this burn late at night, wondering who you're with, imagining what life would be like if she still had you. She'll replay moments, not because she misses comfort, but because desire is now tied to what she can't control. But here's the catch. Desire without respect is just lust. It fades fast. If you storm out in anger, she might only feel relief. But if you walk away calmly, purposefully, that burn of desire takes root in respect, and that's a mix she can't shake off. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Don't waste yours clinging to someone who doesn't respect you. Use your absence to grow, and that growth makes you even more desirable. 6. The mirror of self-doubt. As desire grows, something darker creeps in. Self-doubt. She starts questioning herself. Was I not enough? Did I push too far? Did I take him for granted? These questions play like a broken record, and the more she tries to silence them, the louder they get. Your absence becomes a mirror, forcing her to look at her own flaws. And that's a mirror many women avoid. But when you walk away with dignity, you give her no choice but to face it. The Stoics taught us that anxiety often comes more from imagination than reality. Epictetus said, "Man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties." That's what happens here. She imagines what you think of her. She imagines you've judged her. And those imagined fears sting more than any words you could say. But remember, her self-doubt isn't for you to fix. Don't rush back to reassure her. If you do, you take away the very pressure that could have helped her grow. Her doubt is her battle, not yours. 7. The silence that haunts. Silence isn't empty, it's heavy. When you stop texting, stop explaining, stop trying to be heard, the quiet becomes unbearable. Women crave closure, but when you don't give it, silence fills the gaps with her own imagination. And that imagination is often harsher than reality. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best answer to anger is silence." Your silence after walking away isn't revenge, it's wisdom. It's showing her that your peace matters more than her approval. And here's the beauty of it. People forget the ones who begged and pleaded, but they never forget the one who left quietly, with dignity. That silence echoes louder than any words. 8. The rise of admiration. After silence lingers, admiration begins to grow. She starts to see you differently, not as the man who needed her, but as the man who had the courage to walk away for his own peace. She may never admit it. She may never say it to your face, but she admires the strength it took to let go when it was hardest. Admiration is powerful because it lingers. She'll measure other men against you, and more often than not, they'll fall short. Why? Because most men don't know how to walk away, but you did, and that sets you apart. 9. The lasting memory. Finally, what she feels most of all is memory. She may move on, date others, even convince herself she's fine. But the memory of you, the man who had the courage to leave quietly, stays with her. Not because you begged, not because you argued, but because you disappeared with strength. That memory doesn't fade. It becomes a shadow she compares others to. And deep down, she knows she'll never truly forget you. Walking away isn't about revenge. It's not about making her suffer. It's about protecting your dignity, and in doing so, you etch yourself into her memory in a way no sweet words ever could. Walking away isn't weakness. It's not about punishing her. It's about protecting your dignity and showing yourself that you don't need anyone's validation to be whole. When you step back, she feels shock, curiosity, regret, respect, desire, self-doubt, silence, admiration, and finally, memory. But here's the real truth. This was never about her feelings. It's about you. Who you become when you stop clinging, when you stop begging, when you finally walk away with strength. So the question is, when she looks back, will she remember a man who lost himself trying to hold on? Or the man who walked away and became stronger than ever? If you want more powerful insights into female psychology and relationships, subscribe to Psychology Insight right now. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. And remember, your silence, your self-control, and your strength will always speak louder than your words.